guys, this is Heather from HealthyEatingStartsHere.com. Okay, so I talk a lot about the importance of getting lots of raw food, lots of fresh vegetables and fruits because they are full of nutrients. Antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and those are all maximized when you eat foods raw, well, produce raw. And because I talk about that a fair bit, and because there are a lot of people that do really raw, like 100% raw or maybe a little bit off, but majority raw, I get a lot of questions from you guys about what I think about a raw foods diet. And also because Phil and I tried doing that for about a month and don't anymore. So here's my take on it. Okay, so while raw foods are amazing and we should eat a lot of them, 100%, I'm not sure if it's necessary. I haven't really seen any convincing evidence or studies that say that you have to eat 100% raw food in order to be super healthy. I think that you can get the benefits of raw food without eating an entirely raw diet. And I think there are also benefits to cooked foods, and I talk about that a lot as well. When you cook foods, you make certain nutrients more available to your body, so even if you reduce the amount of nutrients that are there, you might actually be getting more of them. And that's something that's really hard to study, so I don't have any specific numbers, but there are some books and stuff on bioavailability and that kind of stuff I find really interesting, because it's not just about what you put in your mouth and goes into your body, it's about what your body actually uses, right? So that's what we actually use from our food. And also, cooking food means that you can eat a wider variety of things. So things like legumes aren't really good for us when they're raw, and they're very difficult to digest. Some foods have toxins in them, like white button mushrooms specifically have a toxin in them that is neutralized when you cook mushrooms. So cooking food can have its benefits, and it also allows us to eat more calories, which a lot of people may not feel like is necessary, but when you are eating a raw food diet, you're not getting a lot of calories, and so while it's good as a cleanse to reduce calories, long term, you do need that energy, you do need the carbohydrates and those sources of complex carbs and starches. So it can be beneficial to eat cooked foods. The other main reason that I don't do a fully raw diet is because it can be too cleansing and cooling, especially during the winter. So if I was at home right now, winter's still hanging on, and I would definitely be eating some soups for dinner. Right now I am in Lima in Peru, so it's warmer and I can eat more raw food. And that's the same as what I do in the summer at home, is I'll just eat a salad for dinner instead of soup or cooked meal or something like that. And I do always cook beans and grains, so I'm just really talking about produce, the percentage of produce that I eat raw. And cleansing, again, it can be really good for a little while to cleanse, and raw food is great for that, but after a while you can actually get too cleansed and too cooled and too thin, you know? For people who are trying to gain weight, it can be really difficult to get enough calories on a raw food diet. The other thing I found is that it's just kind of a pain to always be prepping food so far in advance. You can obviously just eat simple foods, but in order to get variety of tastes and flavors and textures, there's a lot of advanced prep, and if you want to be able to sprout things and do stuff like that, then there's advanced prep there. Okay, so the bottom line for me is that I don't think it's necessary to eat 100% raw food in order to get the benefits of eating some raw foods. So for me, I enjoy cooked foods. I enjoy cooking sweet potatoes, I enjoy cooking squash, I enjoy eating beans and grains that are cooked. So for me, I eat a mix. And what that specific percentage is, I don't know if there's a number that anyone's come up with. Probably getting at least 50% raw is a good way to start, and then see how it makes you feel to eat more, maybe eat a little less depending on the season and your energy levels. But this is one of those cases where you can play around and see what works for you. And there are some really great resources on how to incorporate more raw foods and the importance of doing that. One that I really like is choosingraw.com, and also Brenda Davis has some really great info in her book Becoming Raw. So those are some things to check out, and of course you can always check back on my channel to find some recipes for making raw food into delicious stuff. And also, if you go to my homepage, at the top right there's a box where you can sign up to get a free download, and in there I go through all of the different cooking methods and how they affect the nutrients of food. So if that's something you're concerned about when you are cooking vegetables, then you can get that and check it out. So that is it for me today, and I will see you again very soon.